Hello my viewers, welcome back to the channel. My video title, you know what this video is about. We're doing a list, reacting to the list actually of the top 100 players. They did the list, top 100 players on CBS Sports and stuff. They had around, I don't know if this is the NFL official one or not. I think it might be, but they had the top 100 players they ranked. And starting off at 100, you guys can probably see it on the screen right here. Well, I'm about to pull up on the screen right there. That should be on the screen with you guys. But yeah, we're starting at 100. These are the top 100 players ranked, in the NFL. So we're gonna get right into the business, right into it. Okay, starting off first, Tyler Linderbaum, center. This is second. I think he's only in the second season now. Like that, very good player. With the Ravens, they got him ranked at number 100. So the Ravens are here on this list right here. Number 99, we got Will Anderson Jr., the rookie. Okay, he won the Rookie of the Year, as you guys know. I think Corey Turner should have been the Rookie of the Year. I mean, defensively, Rookie of the Year. But Will Anderson Jr. won it. He had a pretty good season his first year. Now let's see. Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins wasn't on the list last year, but he was on the list this year. Kirk Cousins went out there and handled business. When he did play before he got banged up and injured, he was playing pretty good football. When they went out there and they beat the 49ers at one point, which was crazy. The 49ers did have some injuries at one point though, like that, but the Vikings defeated them in that crazy game. I think it was a Thursday night game. It was Monday night game. Yeah, Monday night game. That very thriller, crazy game. And Kirk Cousins was playing pretty good throughout most of the part before he got injured. I think it was his Achilles he tore. So yeah, so they got him at 98 on the list. 97, they got Levante David. Levante David, 34-year-old. As you guys know, he's been with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I believe he's still on the team. I think he's still there. Yeah, I think Shaq Barrett was one that left. But I think he's been on the team for quite some time on the Buccaneers team like that. They got him on there too as well. 97. Brian Burns, 96. The edge rusher who's now a Giant now. He got traded, from the Panthers to the Giants. So we should see him being in a bigger market too as well. And the Giants, I don't think the Giants is a crazy good team, but they got Brian Burns up there, got a guy, an edge rusher out there. The defense was pretty solid last year at times like that, but the offense kind of made it tough on the defense. But the year before last, maybe the playoffs, the defense was very good. I think the defense will be nice again, but we're gonna see if the offense can kind of match that though. But yeah, we got Brian Burns. Moving on next, we have Jeffrey Simmons. Jeffrey Simmons, defensive tackle from the Titans at 95. 94, you got Zach Martin. 93, you got Jalen Carter. Jalen Carter, who's a rookie. He could have been a higher pick, but as you guys know, the incident that happened off the court, he had some type of crazy driving accident that happened, and he kind of dropped down, and the Eagles got him, and he's been playing some very good football with them. 92, you got Tyrann Mathieu, safety, of course, from New Orleans. Tyrann Mathieu is a very good player. He's a guy who was a hybrid player. He could play all type of positions in the secondary. So I can see why he made the list, and last year he did a pretty good job. Derrick Henry at 91. I thought Derrick Henry would be a little higher on this list. Last season he was number 30. Maybe he's a little lower because of maybe his stuff kind of went down a little bit. It mentioned right here on the list. It said his yards per carry and average went down a little bit, but overall, Derrick Henry is still a beast, one of the best players. And now he's with the Ravens offense. Even though I'm still a fan, the rivalry is still running deep, but the Ravens with that offensive line they have, and with Lamar Jackson being there with them, with Derrick Henry, it's gonna be a crazy dynamic rushing attack for them. Okay, moving on next, we got next? Trey Smith from Kansas City. We also got at 89, we got McNeil, Aleem McNeil. Remember I mentioned before, remember the Lions front. I said the Lions front is very good. The secondary was the one that struggled last year. But the Lions defense did make enough plays throughout the season. But this year, with Carlton Davis added, with Terrion Arnold added, with Ennis added as well, the rookie added, they'll have a nice secondary too as well. So we should see some bigger things from the Lions. Moving on to number 88, Mike Evans, big time receiver. He has had 10 straight 1,000-yard seasons. Very good like that. He's a very good player. He put up 1,000 yards, and it's tough to do. A lot of people always say, well, it's easy to get 1,000 yards. All you need is 60-something yards, 65 yards a game to get it. But if that was that easy, why a lot of people ain't getting it? You're like, well, they're getting a lot of touches, a lot of targets, but well, they're not durable enough, or when they can get open enough to get those opportunities. Mike Evans, he was banged up. Some seasons he was banged up and injured, and he still found a way to muster out and get 1,000 yards. Very consistent player, very consistent receiver. You know what you're going to get from him. Touchdown machine as well, a lot of touchdowns. So I think, yeah, he deserved to be on this list. He earned his spot on this list. So he's 88. Jordan Love. Jordan Love did a phenomenal job in rookie season, 30 touchdown passes, just 11 interceptions last year, and won a playoff game on the road. You know how hard that is for a guy. He's not a rookie, but he counted basically his rookie season because he played like one game or the 1 year when Aaron Rodgers was out for COVID. He played against the Chiefs. They fell short. And then that game when Aaron Rodgers got banged up a little bit, he came in for the one against the Eagles. He played a little bit. But last year was the first time he actually had a full, like, he was a full-blown starter for the whole season. And went out there, 32 touchdowns to just 11 interceptions, and win a playoff game on the road. You know how hard that is to win a playoff game on the road in that environment. Called Jerry World as well. You know, the loud fans, Cowboys fans are some of the loudest fans and the ruckus fans in the world. And to go out there on the road and to blow them out like the way you did, that was very good. Moving on next. 86, we got Joe Tunney. 85, Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy every season has gotten better. His first year, did a good job with the 49ers. Got him to the NFC Championship game. Second year, got to the Super Bowl like that. And they fell a little short, but I think, hey, third time's the charm, maybe. We're going to see Brock Purdy, them try to find a way to get there again. He's been a phenomenal player. Remember when people were saying that he's not this, he's not that. And even me, his first year, I was like, he's doing good, but I said, I can't put him up there in the good quarterback tier until I see more. And year two, he showed you a lot more. So I kind of moved him up my list. I said, yes, Brock Purdy is that guy. He's the future for the 49ers. He's going to be a quarterback for the long future. He might not have the strongest arm. He might not have the most athletic. He's sneaky athletic, though. But he might not be the super most athletic, the biggest quarterback out there. But one thing he got is accuracy. Accuracy, guts, and will. And when you have those intangibles that you can't teach sometimes, hey, you can go out there and make anything happen. Brock Purdy has shown us that. So he's 85 on this list right here. You got DJ Moore at 84, who's been pretty consistent as well. Trey McBride, tied in, of course, from the Cardinals, 83. Devontae Smith at 82. Deebo Samuel, 81. Last year was at number 57. He kind of dropped this year because remember the injuries that happened to him a little bit. They kind of like had him drop down probably in production, but still a good player. Derek Stingley on the cornerback. From the Texans, number 80. Last year, he was not on the list. Khalil Mack, number 79. Last year, he didn't make the list either. I think one thing last year, Khalil Mack, well, I keep saying last year, but the season before last. But this past season that just happened, Khalil Mack did have a game where I think he put up 6 sacks in one game. He still had that ability to go out there and do some great things. He had 17 career sacks. With 17 sacks this season, that was a career high for him. So that was very cool to see from Khalil Mack. Still had a lot of juice left. I believe they still have both Bosa and Khalil Mack. We'll see if the Chargers can get it done with the new head coach being there. Harbaugh, Harbaugh can bring a different level to things. He'll make sure the defense is good, make sure the rushing attack is good, so we should see a better team this coming season. Christian Wilkins, the new Raiders. He fell down a little bit. Last year was 74. This year he's 78. Nico Collins, number 77. Jared Goff at 76. Tyler Smith at 75. Devon Witherspoon, who's the rookie, at 74. Montez Sweat, 73. You got Garrett Wilson at 72. Minkah Fitzpatrick of the Steelers. I don't know how he's on 71 right here. He was 41 last year. The reason he got a drop because of the injuries, but they have him. He was a Pro Bowl last year. He only played a few games, but Minkah had dealt with some injuries that happened to him. They kind of took him out in and out the season, so he never really got on par to like be out there to see the Minkah we used to seeing, like that, the 3-time first-team All-Pro, the 4-time Pro Bowler Minkah. But I think this season being fully healthy and also having more depth as well to kind of keep everybody fresh and ready, I think Minkah Fitzpatrick should go out there and be dominant. But he's one of the best. In my opinion, he's the best free safety in the game. So we're going to see what he does. Christian Barrymore at 70. You got Rashawn Slater at 69. And you got another Steeler. We got 2 Steelers so far. George Pickens at 68. Remember his first season, he had 800 plus yards. Second season last year, put up 1,100 yards with 3 from quarterbacks. Mr. Trubisky, Kenny Pickett, Mason Rudolph went out there and was very productive. So I think this season, entering this season with Russell Wilson as your quarterback, a veteran presence like him, a better O-line as well, better offensive coordinator and Arthur Smith as well. We should see more production from George Pickens. I'm looking to see 1,400 yards plus. I'm looking to see 8+ touchdowns as well, and maybe 70, 80 receptions as well from George Pickens. So we're going to look for that, but it's good to see that he made the list this year. TJ Hockenson at 67, who's a very good player as well. Caught 95 passes last year. Remember he took his ACL late in the season, but still a very good player, phenomenal player. The Lions traded him, remember at first, which I thought was a crazy trade at first. The Lions traded him to division rival, but they have another tight end, Sales Laporta, who's doing very good too. So it's a win-win situation for both teams. Puka Nacua, 66. Phenomenal rookie season, one of the best rookie receiver seasons we've seen in a while. He went out there and dominated. 105, they said catching 105 passes with 6 touchdowns, averaged 14 yards per catch. So he was one of the best. He had some big production in his rookie season. He just looked like a natural out there. I think he was like a 5th round pick as well, 5th or 6th round pick. So So McVay and the Rams did a phenomenal job. They had Kobe Turner, they got Puka Nacua, they got all these different guys they found later around. Because they traded all their picks away when they got Matthew Stafford and they got the Jalen Ramseys of the league and all these different people they was bringing in. Remember during that time they're trying to run that Super Bowl when they won that Super Bowl and stuff. So for them to go out there and find a gym like this was amazing. Tua Tagovailoa at 65. You got Jerry Alexander, cornerback from the Packers, at 64. Javon Holland at 63. Trevor Lawrence, Mr. $275 million. You got him at number 62. They said last year he was at 23. I guess his stats last year was pretty good, I think. But this season he threw 14 interceptions. You know, I think ever since entering the league, he's been the most. I think he has the most turnovers since entering the league like that. He's been a turnover machine. Now he's a good player. We know he's good, but he turned the ball over a lot. Sometimes you get to on those moments where he hit those streaks, those long streaks of just being bad like that. So, but overall, he's a good talent. You know, he has intangibles. A good player. We've seen him win a playoff game and stuff as well. Even though he threw 4 interceptions in that game, but we just got to see more before we start putting him up there with the best quarterbacks. I don't think he's top 10 either. I think he may be like late teen-ish, like maybe 16, 17-ish, around that range. So we got to start seeing more for Trevor Lawrence. So hopefully we do see more from him. Who else we got on here? We got, that went down the wrong way. Yep. We got, who's next? Mark Andrews, tied in from, of course, the Ravens. Multiple-time All-Pro as well. Tavarius Ward, number 60. Derek Brown, we got at 59. At 58, we got Sam Laporta. 67, we got Larry Tunsil. We got Frank Ragnow at 56. 55, we got DeMarcus Lawrence. 54, we got Christian Darrisaw. 53, we got Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts was number 31 last year. Jalen Hurts did kind of decrease a little bit in production this season. Past season, he was banged up a little bit, and Eagles kind of declined a little bit on the offensive side. But I think this season that's coming up, we can see Jalen Hurts back to his level again. So the Eagles started off very hot. They started off with I think 10-0. It was like 10-0, 11-0, something like that. It happened, but then they kind of fell off a little bit, started getting jacked up. Started losing games. They lost to the Jets. Remember, they lost to the Giants, which was a crazy one as well. They started losing a lot of games to different teams, so they just couldn't go out there and muster anything. They lost to the Cowboys as well at one point, and then they got to the playoffs against the Buccaneers and got jacked up too. So I think we're gonna see a new Eagles team next year, and a team that's healthy and ready. At 52, we got Lane Johnson. 51, we got L'Jarius Sneed. 50, we got DeMario Davis. At 49, we got Dak Prescott. At 48, we got Creed Humphrey. At 47, we got Aiden Hutchinson, who's a pretty good player as well, who's been getting better and better every season. At 46, we got Justin. I can't never say his last name, but you guys know the defensive tackle from the Ravens. At 45, we got Brandon Ayuk. At 44, we got Jesse Bates. I remember that pick 6 he had against the Saints, yeah. And when he ran back like that was a very good play. You know, he saw it, he timed it right, and he's been a good player since he got to the Falcons as well. The Falcons got a little nice squad as well. They added some pieces, try to go out there and compete and try to win that division. 43, we got Jalen Ramsey. 42, we got Jalen Waddle. 41, we got Justin Herbert. We got Roquan Smith at 40, Agent O, who played phenomenal. I think he's one of the best, if not the best linebacker in the game. Him or Fred Warner, you got to pick your poison, pick who you like better. I like Roquan Smith a little better because I feel like he's a crazy thumper. He's getting downhill. He's very versatile as well. Fred Warner is versatile too, of course. You know, he can play in coverage and he can play in the run as well. I think those are probably two of the best linebackers I've seen. But what Roquan Smith did last year to a lot of teams, he was just phenomenal. He was unstoppable. He was an all-pro as well. I think that was a big-time trade that the Ravens made to get him. I'm surprised the Bears traded him away, but that was been a big-time get for them, getting Roquan Smith, and he's going to keep being dominant as well. 39, we got Amon St. Brown. We got C.J. Stroud, 38, who played phenomenal. Remember I mentioned my old video. You can go back and watch it. I said C.J. Stroud, in my opinion, when I said in that draft class, I said that I believe that Anthony Richardson, I couldn't think of his name at first, Anthony Richardson will be the best quarterback at the draft. I said if he can become what they think he can become, a dual threat QB, because he had a strong arm, he had all the intangibles, and he showed some promise early on, but he got to learn how to slide though, because I think he scored like 5 or 6 rushing touchdowns, he had 3 or 4 passing touchdowns within like 3 games, but he got banged up because he didn't slide like that. So I think he has the potential to be the best quarterback. I mentioned that before. But C.J. Stroud, I did compare C.J. Stroud to Aaron Rodgers. I said C.J. Stroud, he's the most accurate. His throwing motion reminds me of Aaron Rodgers. I say he wasn't Aaron Rodgers, but he reminded me of Aaron Rodgers. And looking at the way he played in the rookie season was phenomenal. Now you add Stephon Diggs to his team. You add Joe Mixon to his team. We already have Dameon Pierce there as well. It's going to be a nice year for C.J. Stroud. He might win the MVP as well. George Kittle at 37. How's George Kittle above C.J. Stroud? I don't know about that one. 36, we got Cal Hamilton. Okay, some of these guys shouldn't be above C.J. Stroud. I think C.J. Stroud should be a little higher. But I guess since he only had one season, they probably kind of like bring that in. Daniel Hunter, 35. Jalen Johnson, 34. 33, we got Trey Henderson. 32, we got Jordan Maladia. I can't say his last name either. But you guys know what I'm talking about. 31, we got Antoine Winfield, who got paid some big time money. I think he's the highest paid safety in, I think the high paid DB in the league, I think. If I'm not mistaken. On third, we got Trent McDuffie. At 29, we got Quentin Williams. The Williams brothers been phenomenal. Both of them was all pro last year, I believe so. So the Jets defense always been good. Like, I ranked the Jets defense in my little video I did a few weeks, again, last week. I ranked the Jets #1 defense in the league. I feel like the top 5 can be interchangeable, but the Jets, I feel like they have the best defense on paper. And last year, even with the team being bad and horrible, they still was able, I mean, the offense being bad and horrible, the defense was always there, being the backbone, keeping them in games. If they could just only have a quarterback who can just pass the ball and get the ball to open man, it would have been good. But Aaron Rodgers is going to be back this year. He's 40 years old. He's already starting off a little rough and shaky and not going to the mandatory training camps and stuff. But we're going to see how things shape out for him. We see Chris Lidstone at 28. 27, we got AJ Brown. 26, we got Devontae Adams. At 25, we got Patrick Surtain. 24, we got Tristan Wirfs. 23, we got Josh Allen, the linebacker, who he had about 20 sacks last year, right? Or 17 and a half sacks last year. Yeah, it was phenomenal. And then you look at Fred Warner at 22. 21, we got CeeDee Lamb. 20, got Aaron Rodgers. I don't know why Aaron Rodgers is that high on the list. It said 20 Aaron Rodgers. Really? It must be going by based on other stuff. This ain't the NFL one I think the fans vote on. I mean the players vote on. I think this is something else like that. But they got to be going by some different stats because there's no way Aaron Rodgers just ranked number 20 on this list. And he don't think he played. He threw an incompletion and ran a flag out. That's the only thing he really did. 19, Dexter Lawrence. 18, got Travis Kelce. 17, you got Penei Sewell. 16, you got Lamar Jackson, of course. He should be a little higher because he was MVP. You got Joe Burrow at 15. You got Chris Jones at 14. 13, you got Jamar Chase. Okay, Jamar Chase shouldn't be this high on this list. I think he should be dropped down a little bit. Sauce Gardner at 12. Max Crosby at 11. You have Nick Bosa at 10. You have Micah Parsons at 9. Christian McCaffrey at 8. Justin Jefferson at 7. Josh Allen at 6. TJ Watt. So we got 3 Steelers on the list. TJ Watt at 5. Should be a little higher though. I'm just saying I'm biased, but TJ Watt is a very phenomenal player. 19 sacks last season, dominated. Tyreek Hill at 4. Trent Williams at 3. Okay, Myles Garrett should not be higher than TJ Watt. Come on, guys, stop it. And then you got Patrick Mahomes at 1, of course. It's Patrick Mahomes. But this list right here, it's some things I disagree with. Some of the stuff like C.J. Stroud should be a little higher. I think Aaron Rodgers should be way at the bottom. It's like you're going based off last season productions. He didn't really do anything. I mean, even the season before last, his numbers was not the best either. So he shouldn't be that high up on the list. And some of the guys should be a little higher. Lamar Jackson should be higher. He was won MVP last year, so he should be top 5, top 10ish. So we'll see when the other lists come out. I don't know if this the NFL like one of the players vote on, right? Is this the one the players vote on? A top 100 list tougher than, yeah, this is the one that the CBS did. Okay, the player one, we're gonna see that one when the players vote on the top 100. They probably should be coming out probably within the next month or so. So we'll see those and stuff as well. But yeah, this is the list for the CBS one. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like and subscribe for more content. And I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Peace out.